Okay, so today we have Pokemon trading card game stuff. I figured what I would do is just show you what's in one of these pre-release packs. They call them build and battle packs. And this is for Sword and Shield Darkness Ablaze, which came out a couple of days ago. And it's just a small box. It gives you kind of like a half deck for playing the pre-release, which you can usually do at your local comic book shop or games shop, depending on where you live. Currently at the moment they're not really running them, and that's why I've got an unopened box here, because I wasn't able to do this in the shop, so I figured why not just go through, show you what's in one of these. So as you can see, you get 23 cards, including one of 4 unique foil promo cards. So there'll be a special card for the pre-release card in here. Then you get 4 TCG Sword and Shield Darkness Ablaze booster packs. You get 4 booster packs to open up, and then of course your promo card thing as well. Basically the way this works is, this is almost like a sample deck of the stuff that you're going to get in the Darkness Ablaze booster packs and the other sort of stuff for that expansion. And you build a sort of half deck, and whatever you build from inside this stuff, you can use to kind of battle, and the idea is that you're just doing a normal Pokemon battle, but with a slightly smaller deck. So I'm just gonna get this opened up. There we go, like that, and then it just slides out of there, and then you open this up, and then you can see in here there are your 4 boosters. Now they will all be Darkness Ablaze booster packs. Okay, you can see I got the 4 different types there, and those I can use to bolster the other part of the deck. So here's the little poster thing, which gives you sort of the building tips here as well. So it tells you on here kind of what you should kind of consider doing for these pre-release. I really like these pre-release things. I think these are a really good way to get started playing trading card games. I know they do them for a lot of different trading card game type things, but yeah, it gives you this kind of opportunity to build your own deck. Now I've got a Hydreigon as my Darkness Ablaze promo card. You can tell it's promo because it's got this kind of logo on here, I guess it says it. So let's just start out by opening this up and have a look through the cards that I got, and we'll go through and look at kind of how to build a deck shortly afterwards. So what I'll do, put all of this stuff out the way for a moment, including these, so we can just see the cards. Now I'm going to just put that to one side, you don't need that. And then there's no special things in here. I've got Hydreigon as my kind of special card there. Then I've got a trainer, Bird Keeper trainer card. I've got Quick Ball, I've got Poker Kid, I've got Dan, and then I've got Rowlet, Dartrix, I've got Ducklet, see them, Swanna. So you can see that I get enough in here to be able to start building a deck. That's really the idea of these, is they come in such a way that you can start to build a deck and you know you're going to get something playable from this particular part. The booster packs will allow you to supplement that if you get good stuff or stuff relevant. So Pierce, Sonia and Hop, and then I've got a Darkrai, and then I've got Dino and Xylus, and then some more Hydreigons. So those are my kind of main cards that I'm probably going to want to try and use. And then what you do is, once you've got this, you say, okay, well, this is the base. This is what I start with. This is the, I think it's 23 cards it says you get in this little pack. So yeah, 23 card evolution pack is what they call it. And then you get the 4 booster packs, and then you'll build a 40 card deck, which is slightly smaller than a standard deck, and then create that out of these 4 and this. So I'm going to open these up now, do a little pack crack as well while we're here. I guess these should just be normal cards. So again, I'm going to get rid of that. And was it the 4 cards thing? And then this should be an energy card. There we go. So we've got Water Energy, and then I've got Kabu, I've got Simisage, I've got Vanillish. Let's move all these over a little bit. I've got Golett, I got a Feebas, I got a Purlion, a Sentret, a Larvitar, and then a Flygon. And now I can take these and I can start to see if any of these are going to be useful with the other stuff that I got. It doesn't really look like any of this is going to be particularly useful for what I got there, but I can start to build from there as well. So just take these, open this slot up, get this next set opened up. So 4 cards, pop them back there, and we got a Lightning Energy, another Simisage, Blowing Smoke, Turbo Patch, Taurus. So that could be useful to go with my my colourless energy, or whatever you want to call it. Diglett, a Squavit, Shelmet, Pampor, a Corviknight, and then, I got an Eternatus V. Now that card is probably going to be incredibly powerful, so something I would expect to want to put in there. Now that's probably a really nice card to have got as well, so that's a nice one to pick. I'm not going to put it in a sleeve immediately. Now, if you play this for reals, I guess, like, you know, with people at a tournament, they will expect you to sleeve your cards. Although you don't have to. There's no obligation to sleeve your cards. It's just particularly things like if I got a shiny Eternatus card and then don't sleeve it and then start playing with it, people might get upset. But that's kind of how I roll sometimes. So 4 cards on the bottom there. Energy. Got a Dark Energy there, so that would be useful. Usually with energy cards, you would get those from the shop, the place you're playing at. They will have a stockade of those in the back for your stock of those, of those in the back somewhere for you to use and go and take the cards from. So, looking good. Rookidee, Torchic, Trapinch, Jigglypuff, Flaffy. Oh, look at that. And another really nice card, Salamence V. So that's really cool. It's a basic card as well. So again, I could use that. It's normal type. So I could have a Salamence V and Eternatus V in my deck here. So this would then make this a really powerful deck to play with. Because both of those would be really, really useful cards to draw on and build my deck around. And both are the types of card that I got from my basic set for this. So that's kind of how this works. Let's get this last pack opened up like so. Rid of that. Take those 4. Let's flip them over there. Flip round. And we got an energy card. Vanillish. Poltegeist. I do like Poltegeist. Solrock. Snubble. Meltan. Bunnelby. That's a really nice card. I really like that card. Paras. Larvitar, Surfetched. Oh, I love Surfetched so much. Surfetched is great. And then a Talonflame. Okay, cool. Nothing particularly exciting in there. I haven't got really anything good in terms of basic cards. But this is where you then take all the cards that you've got, you look through them, and you're going to build a deck based on that. So I've gone through and got out all of the cards I got in my pre-release pack. At the top here, I've got all of the cards I got in the Evolution deck that comes with it. So I've got my Hydreigon, my Darkrai, and my Swanna, my Dartrix, and then my trainer cards here. What I've also done is I've added these Eternatus and Salamence cards because they're really good. They're the same type as the other cards I got in this deck. And what I'm actually going to do in this case is I'm going to go through and just kind of work out what I would want to use in my 40 card deck here. So I'm going to take these 2 away, and these 2 I don't really want to use, right? I've only got 1 middle evolution and 1 basic Pokemon. That's not going to be super useful. These 2 are going to be much more useful there. Now that leaves me with the standard 23 cards. That's good. And then I go through and think about what other cards I might want to add from the basic packs in. I've got a few quite good options. Now I'm going to immediately discount anything from here that isn't the types that I got previously. So I could, if I'd got some really good stuff, add them in and make this a kind of dual type deck. Like for example here, I got Flygon, Vibrana, and Trapinch. So I could, if I wanted to, take these 3 cards because that's quite a good card, and I could say, actually, I'm going to add some fighting energy. I'm not going to do that in this case just because I've only got 1 of each type. It's going to be a little tricky to make sure, unless I've got really good trainer cards to allow me to go through and look for evolution cards to actually get these evolved up. Now I do have actually some cards that would allow me to do that, so it's perfectly possible. It's just, it would be a little more complicated than is necessary. And I think I've got enough strong dark type and normal types in here to make this work. Now what I have got is I've got a basic basic dark type, which could be useful to me, and I've got a basic very strong normal type. So I'm definitely going to add this normal type in, and I think I might consider bringing in Purloin as well, but I'm not sure I will. It would have been nice to have this Corviknight go in, but I only got Rookidee and I didn't get the middle evolution, which is Corvisquire. So I didn't get that, so that's not any use to me, so I can't do that. And that's kind of the luck of the draft packs. Like, most people wouldn't have got 2 Vs, which is, you know, I got really lucky there. So this would be a really strong deck because of that. So go through your Pokemon cards, then work out kind of what you want to use, thinking about the numbers. You want to try and keep enough room, in addition to this, for around about 15 energy cards. Now I have gone and found my energy cards, so I'm just going to use Dark Energy. That's all I need. So this is actually 16 Dark Energy cards here. I might add 1 or remove 1, but it recommends, you'll see in the building tips if you look at it, it recommends 13 to 16 energy cards. You need energy cards to actually be able to get your Pokemon to attack, so it's very important that you have those in there. So I'm going to get rid of all the Pokemon now. Just going to get all of these out of the way. I think I will just get rid of all of these. I don't need them. I'm not going to use them for my deck. I don't need this energy, which are the other energy cards I drew from the packs. So I'm just going to get rid of those, put those to one side. Then what I need to do is I need to work out if there are any better trainer cards. Now, trainer cards are useful. They let you do different things. I quite like ones that allow you to draw cards or to pick energy or basic Pokemon or evolve Pokemon. Now I've got 3 really good ones here. So I've got draw 3 cards, just a really basic cards, very useful. This allows me to search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon or 2 energy cards. That's really good. If I'm struggling either with the amount of energy I've got or whether I've got the right number of Pokemon to bring onto the field. So I'll keep that one. This one's really useful specifically for this deck because it's a dark type deck. So search your deck for an energy card and a dark type Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand and then shuffle your deck. So that could be really useful to me just because this is a dark type deck. Now, that card would be useless if I wasn't using a dark type deck, so I'm definitely going to keep that in there, but it would be worth taking out if not. Search your deck for Pokemon and reveal it and put it into your hand. That can be quite useful, so I'll keep that one there. And then switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, then draw 3 cards. That can be really good as well, just swapping Pokemon in and out of the field without having to pay for it. These two, less useful, I find. This one's got a kind of, you can draw 2 cards, then you get the opportunity to maybe draw 2 more cards. Okay, that's fine. I've already got a card that lets me draw 3, so that's probably not necessary. And this card allows me to discard another card and then search for a basic Pokemon and reveal it. That's not as useful as the other card there. So I'm going to actually remove those 2 and replace them with these 2 here. Now I've got a couple of others. These are less useful to me. They're okay. They're not bad cards, but just not as useful as these 2 here. So these 2, I've got choose up to 2 of your Pokemon in play. For each of these Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put them onto that Pokemon to evolve it. So that's great. If I've got 3 or 4 basic Pokemon and I haven't got any evolutions in my hand, I can go and find 2 at once and bring them in. Really good card. Be bringing that in. This one could be useful. It basically stops people drawing a prize card, so it lets them take the prize if they beat a Pokemon that this is attached to, but they can't put it into their hand, and so they're not going to get an extra card that they might need to use. So it can scupper a deck. It's probably not as useful, but I like this as a set of cards, so I'm just going to stick with those. So I've got, in total, I should have 24 cards, I think, because I added this one, replaced 2 of those. So that's 23 plus 1, 24 cards. I don't really need 3 Hydreigons because I've only got 2 Zweilous. So I'm going to remove one of my Hydreigons. They're all exactly the same, so just for the sake of it, we'll get rid of the Darkness Ablaze special one. So this now leaves me with, I swapped 2, I swapped 2, I swapped 1. So I still have 23 cards there. And now what I'm going to need to do is make sure I make that up to the 40 cards. It has to be exactly 40 cards. So I need 23 plus 10, I need 17? Yes, I need 17 cards. Now I've actually only got 16 here, but I'll go and find another one and have 17 cards. I probably don't need that many, so I could potentially, just for the sake of having that extra card in, either take an extra trainer or take my Purloin, why do I keep calling it that? My Purloin in addition as well, and that would give me a nice 40 card deck there that I can then play with, and that's it. So what you then do is you take this, you shuffle it all up, and you begin the game. I won't do a playthrough right here and right now, but that's it. That is how you set up a deck from a pre-release box. So pick a couple of types. Usually I would go with colourless or normal type, and then whatever I got in my evolution deck as the main thing. Then go through these booster packs and decide what to add and remove from that base deck. So obviously good cards like Eternatus and Salamence there, very much worth having. A couple of trainer cards swapped out to make them more useful. Then you go and find your energy cards, which, as I say, your shop will provide, and then shuffle them up and you are ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just a quick unboxing of a pre-release deck and just showing you how to build a pre-release deck. I think it's a really good way of starting to play Pokemon the trading card game, or TCG. It's a good kind of quick version where everybody is playing based on the same kind of sets of decks, so you're not going to be going up against people that have got super well crafted decks that have got loads of really expensive cards in there. There's a little bit of luck to it from the drawing, but generally speaking everybody starts with the same base, so then you can just go and play and get into this game or not, and just kind of give it a feel and see whether you like it or not. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, all of that nonsense. Keep smiling, thank you very kindly, and enjoy your Pokemon.